Drama from the Arizona election and audit in D.C. today. Our Secretary of State testifying on Capitol Hill about death threats and workers being harassed.
She told a Senate committee these threats are fueling a high turnover. Political editor Dennis Welch is in the newsroom with more. Dennis.
And this is all happening as Democrats are pushing for tougher laws, tougher penalties against people who do threaten election officials. Now, during her testimony, Hobbs said she supports what is known as the Freedom to Vote Act. This is legislation that aims to make it easier to vote, establish mail-in voting across the country, and yes, boost election security. And it was proposed by Democratic Senators Joe Manchin and Amy Klobuchar, who chaired the hearing today. Hobbs, who is running for governor, was one of several witnesses called to testify about the rising threats of violence against election officials. And Hobbs told the Democratic-controlled committee that she and other election workers have faced or received death threats since the 2020 election. She warned this is going to make it a lot harder to recruit and keep essential election workers.
Last November, as election workers tabulated ballots inside the Maricopa County Tabulation Center, armed protesters were a frequent presence outside. We're already seeing high turnover among election staff, and I fear that many more will reach a breaking point and decide that this line of public service is no longer worth it.
And just to give you a sense of how common these threats are, Senator Klobuchar said at the beginning of this hearing that 1 in 6 local election officials across the country have reported receiving threats of violence. In the newsroom, Dennis Welch, Arizona's Family.